Hunting down a hidden water leak on a heating system. This customer has been watching my videos for a while and got in contact. Top up the pressure a bit to get the heating up and running. Apparently it's dropping 1 bar pressure in a few hours. And there's no sign of the leak anywhere. So let's get it. I finally got the heating up and running and up to pressure. So let's have a look around where the radiators are. There's one here in the kitchen. Then another one in this room. Got one in the hall. And there's 2 rooms up here. They have a radiator in each. This room sounds like it's suspended flooring. Do a stamp test. And this one's suspended floors as well. So there's 5 more radiators upstairs, but if the leak was up there, you'd see the water coming down. Get the thermal camera out. The rads are about 60 degrees. And the only pipe work I could see was this running down the wall. Thermals very rarely find the leak on their own, to be honest. So got the boiler off. Isolate the power. Now we're going to isolate these valves. There's one of them. We've got the other one on the other side. So now I can drain the system through this hose. There we go, that's draining. Always double check that the end of my hose is actually letting the water out, because I don't want it to back up and then blow the hose off the radiator, causing another leak in the house. As you can see, it looks like fresh water where the customer is constantly having to top up the water every few hours. So with the pressure test on, I had a little hunt around and I actually got some evidence up in this front room up here. We'll get all that out of the way. I wish it was just as easy as that. So now we're going to pull back the carpet to find some floorboards. Work out which one we can lift without causing too much damage. Some screws in this one. Hope that's the leak and not a snake. Right, so we can remove these screws from this board. Get it removed. Now let's see what we can see. And there we go. No wonder there was no physical sign of it being under here. All the water's just been soaking away into the earth. I hate having to get under suspended flooring. It's always a dirty job. You don't know what's down there. There's a little board here I can take up. Just got to cut down there. There we go. Now I can get better access. Now to squeeze down here. It's a tight fit. No wonder it's leaking. Someone has just pushed the copper around the wall and left it resting on the brickwork. Not sure if both are leaking, so I'll change them both. And if we go further back, there's actually 2 drain offs, nice and accessible. And that drain off I was using on the radiator to drain the heating system is about this level, so I'm going to cut them out, as that's a weak point on the system. So I'll release the pressure to get back down here and cut the pipe work, so I can remove the leak and these drain offs, put new pipe work in. Poor cameraman work there. It's difficult being in such a small space, cutting the pipe work, trying to work and video at the same time. So here's the leak. I'm not sure if they are both leaking, but it's always best to remove both pipes. Not in great condition. And one of these drain offs looks like they was weeping slightly. Yeah, it's this one. It's a bit wet. So carried out the repair, and that means time for lunch. Supplied by the customer. Lovely bit of reggae sauce. Nom, nom, nom. Bit of fish. Nom, 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 nom. The pressure test has been holding for over an hour now, so let's wrap the pipe, check my repairs okay. Take my keys out, don't want to lose them. Back down we go again. I'm going to need a long shower after this one. And a few beers after that facial expression. This part has been overly protected and sleeved as it goes over the wall. Looking good down here. So now I can relieve the pressure so there's no more leaks. So I put some inhibitor into the system and filled it back up with water. Vent all the air out of the radiators. Make sure the heating's getting hot and holding this pressure. Looking good. So put the floor back after a final inspection. As good as new. Check the rads are getting hot with the back of my hand. Back down to the boiler. Oh, actually I better put that sofa back. There we go. A final boiler check. Job's a good one. It's another happy customer. If you have a leak, let's get it.